Hi, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Lotteries, Career, Business, Casino, Financial Speculation like Stock Market or Forex, all the speculation areas of finance. And this is for you coming from Cancer. And I'm going to use tarot cards, and I'm going to also use Kabbalistic astrology for this session. So let me start with the Kabbalistic tarot cards. Before that, let me give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. Send me an email and ask me the questions you want. Now, the first card that I'm going to pull will be to represent your first 15 days of April, and is going to talk to you about your job, you coming from Cancer. Well, it's a card that says you're going to attract a lot of confrontation and opposition and be very easily provoked in the first 15 days where your job is concerned. That's not good news. So you shouldn't be the one to start the confrontation or the provocation. Concentrate on what you are doing. Be respectful to your colleagues and to your managers or to your bosses, and that way you will be sheltered. Otherwise, this card shows that it's open warfare, and be careful, don't show arrogance either. Now, regarding your business for the first 15 days, let's see what the card says. It's the card called the card of strength. So what does that mean? It means that you are in a good position of strength, but it shows that it's your ego that's going to be the problem. So the possibility of finding a new business in the first 15 days or attracting it is good, but don't let the ego be involved. In other words, don't want to love to do something in business but which won't make you money. So the logic side, the facts and figure side has to be used, and then this card will become very strong for you. Remember that. Okay. I've forgotten whether I've spoken to you about your last 15 days, but let me do that for your job. This will be for your last 15 days of April, where your job is concerned. And for you coming from Cancer, and it's a much, much better card. It's a much, much better card. And this card says that the last 15 days where your job is concerned, you can be rewarded. You can make the changes you want, whether looking for a new job or whether finding new departments in whichever job you are right now. So the changes are good, the possibility of you also doing good. The only downside from this card is that the financial planets here, Kabbalistic cards show signs of planets and signs of zodiac signs. The financial side, the planets are not doing well, they are inverted. So I would say don't expect more money in the last 15 days, but status-wise, more authority and happiness will be seen for you in the last 15 days where your job is concerned. Now let me talk to you about your business side in the last 15 days. Well, it's a card of growth, it's a card of determination, but for you coming from Cancer, the determination can be translated to exposing yourself to risk in the last 15 days. So the word risk is the worry. So I would say, it's a card that shows raining as well. So I would say that better to be looking for shelter and playing safe where business is concerned. So consolidate, which means look after the businesses you have. Don't be too daring and adventuring, chasing for new businesses. That's how I would translate this card. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky dates, DATES. And I'm going to use the Kabbalistic Tarot for that, for you coming from Cancer. Oh, it's a wonderful card for you, and it shows money as well, and it shows a lot of gifts given to you. So you coming from Cancer, your lucky dates, DATES, would be the 7th, the 16th, and the 25th of April. So bookmark the 7th, 16th, and 25th, and whether you are going to apply it for your job, your business, or going to the casino or playing the stock market, 7th, 16th, or 25th is going to give you that extra bit of energy to do the right thing. So plan very important things where finances are concerned on the 7th, 16th, and 25th. And now regarding your lucky direction. Why lucky direction? Well, 9 planets have been chosen to circle the Earth that we are on. And when you look north, east, south, or west, you're going to be facing a planet. So for you coming from Cancer, I would say for the month of April, try to face northwest. You see, this is an interesting card. It's a compass of its own. So I would say face northwest. Face northwest. And if you look at northwest, you've got plenty of good news waiting for you, for inspiration. And so face northwest, whether and applied, whether for lotteries, for casino, whether when you go and buy numbers and choosing your numbers, or whether whatever you're trying to do, business-wise or job-wise. Now we come to the lottery favored numbers for the month of April. Now what I've done is, I'm going to give you 3 sets of numbers. The first 2 sets I'm using Kabbalistic astrology, and I've done that homework for you. And the third set would be based on Kabbalistic tarot cards. So the first set of numbers, I've divided the 9 planets which we use in Kabbalistic astrology into 2 groups, and the first group has got 5 planets, and from there I've chosen, or I've realized that these are the powerful numbers for the month of April. The number 2, 11, 20, 29, 38, 47, 56 or 65, depending on what lottery you play. Now I've gone to the second group of planets, which are 4 of them, and from there, in my research, I've seen that they've offered you the numbers 4, 13, 22, 31, 40, 49 or 58. The third set of numbers, I'm going to use my Kabbalistic tarot cards, and let's see what they say. Well, it's the card of leadership, wanting to be in the limelight, wanting to control. So the numbers that come to me would be the number 1, 10, 19, 28, 37, 46, 55 or 64, depending on what lottery you play. So you've got these 3 sets of numbers. What do you do? Well, if you have been to see me already for a 90-minute session, which would have cost you USD 50, I would have given you a lot of information. But if you haven't, then I'm going to tell you to go and buy some paper of your good colors, but you won't know that unless you've been to see me. So in the meantime, just buy white colored paper and bring it home, A4 size paper, get a scissors and cut roughly 2-inch by 2-inch strips, roughly, you don't have to be exact. And cut plenty of these 2-inch by 2-inch, because I'm going to ask you that on each of these 2-inch by 2-inch, you will write just one of these numbers which I've given you. So on the first 2-inch by 2-inch, you might write the number 2, fold it up, put it on your table, and then write the number 11, fold it up, put it on the table, and do that until you've covered all your numbers. Okay? And now I would have told you to wait for your lucky dates, D-A-T-E-S. But if you haven't been to see me, you won't know that. So choose any day and carry on. I would have given, I'm sorry, not your lucky dates, but your lucky days. So wait for any day and carry on and start this exercise I'm going to teach you. And then I would say wear your lucky colors and face your lucky directions. All that has to be done. So if you haven't been to see me, in the meantime, just whatever is convenient for you. Okay, your lucky colors, your lucky days, and face your lucky directions, any one of these. So now we want to go into the area of the supernaturalness in us, and it's called the soul, S-O-U-L, for the sake of a name, it's called the soul. And your fingerprints and your thumbprints, they belong to your soul, not to you. So when we die, the fingerprints and thumbprints move away, and the soul takes them and goes on for another journey to the next person born, or whenever the person is born, for the soul to be coming back to earth. So you won't know all that, because each finger is ruled by sometimes 1 planet, or 1 finger may be ruling by 3 planets. So I will teach you all this. Okay. In the meantime, use your thumb, which is the supreme planet, the sun, S-U-N, and use it and join to any finger you want, because you won't know that unless you've been to see me, because each finger rules different planets, ruled by different planets. So you do whatever you want for the time being, and that's the way you actually communicate with your soul. And you can focus and you can meditate and whatever, and try to get into communication with your soul that way. Now, having got all your numbers, so for maybe 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, then you choose one number and open it. And if you need 6 numbers, you will do this exercise 6 times. Now to buy your lotteries, you have to go on your lucky days, you have to wear your best colors. So you see, it's a ritual that you have to do. So this 90-minute session for USD 50, that's also to talk to you about your next 7, 8 or 9 years based on not only lottery numbers, but also your health and your romance and your marriage and your family and your job. So it'll be a very interesting 90-minute session for me. And I'll give you your personal lottery numbers based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palm. Very personal. And your lucky colors and your lucky directions and your lucky gemstones and a lot of information. So my email address is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO9, the number 9, andyhoro9@gmail.com. Send me a message, ask me the questions, and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Until then, the best of luck to you for the month of April. Thank you and goodbye.